Alright, guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. So I figured let's do a community reaction. Thoughts on LR Beast Gohan. There's 1,000 replies. So let's jump in. I don't know. Okay, let's just immediately jump in. I think LR Beast Gohan, he's kind of like an okay character. I did a tier list. It felt like he was coming in like just shy of the top 10. I feel like I can't get Beast above Future Gohan and Trunks. No way. But I could probably maybe get him right here. And then Beast, you could probably push him back a little bit. Not past God Vegeta, though. Right? So it's like, I guess I got Beast in like a 14 to 8 range. I think that kind of is the strength level of this character. Just quickly, I think it's just way too one-dimensional. All he can provide is damage, really. He does have this, I mean, I would say kind of like minor support. Only reason I say it's minor is because it's only Piccolo characters. I mean, the EZA Orange Piccolo certainly feels a little bit more useful. Beast could do a lot of damage. We have this guy. We could do Orange Piccolo. Remember, Orange Piccolo does still have the Orange Piccolo form, which was the main reason why he was, one of the 3 or 4 strongest characters in the game's history, I think. So we could utilize that, right? And that does work well. But if you just compare like what Beast is doing, which is a lot of damage, compared to like all these other characters up here, they are doing a shit ton more than Beast, right? Some people can go, woo, the damage, and it's like damage is good, but it's like you need a lot more than damage just to win, right? So let's see what people say. What's funny is I actually did feel good about this. I put this up thinking they're going to crush me because I've got them too high. And actually, I saw a lot of people who wanted Beast right around here. Again, not really too far off from where I've got him, but just kind of like in that spot right there. So I was like, oh, people actually want him in the top 10. Okay, that's good. They released him half a year before STR Beast's EZA. Yeah, so Beast Gohan is about 8 months away or so from his EZA. And we know how crazy that would be. Yeah, if it was a tag, they could be crazy partners. I mean, I'd imagine EZA, LR, Beast Gohan, STR Beast Gohan. I don't know. I would have to imagine he'll be able to be a slot 1 character. I mean, we'll see what happens during the 12th anniversary, but I'd have to imagine he'd be able to just sit there in slot 1. And then imagine we had this, tag Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo in slot 2, right? Could work pretty well. Not even top 10, which is unacceptable for a new unit. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just one of these things. It does suck that this is the TDC LR and it's Beast Gohan and it's a character he has, top 5 animations in the game. I feel like I would still say UI and Evolution Blue Vegeta are better. Maybe Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is better, and then Beast is kind of in the rest with like the in Super Saiyan 4s and the Trunks of Future Gohan, right? But kind of like in that range right there. But remember, we have had when Beast is out of the top 10. That's because we've only had the most disgusting like string of releases for the last year. Dokkan has not really like failed with too many releases, right? Like they're not failing, I think, Dokkan. Yeah, here's some quotes. I do think that the EZA Final Form Cooler and Super Saiyan Goku look like they probably will be better than Beast. We'll see how that's gonna go. Yeah, I've been seeing this image a lot. Yeah. Mere existence of Dokkan Festival TRs, Yellow Cone LRs, that Mollywop them, yeah. I mean, again, it's like besides Beast, the other character who I'd say is maybe like a little underwhelming this year is the Piccolo and Goku, but like they do provide a lot more than just like damage. They've got the special beam cannon, but like, I mean, Piccolo's got multiple turn support. He's got a lot of dodge. Goku can have just like So Goku is just like damage reduction, and then he gets extra defense per STR key sphere. That's what Goku is set up like, right? Let me just I just want to recheck that. So, yeah, he creates STR key spheres, damage reduction per key sphere, yeah, and then stats, support, lowering enemy defense is worthless, but lowering enemy attack. I mean, this is, dude, this is the thing. Like, Beast just doesn't have all of this different utility, these abilities that other characters have. The one thing I guess we could point to is his active skill, but a lot of characters on this level do have active skills like this that are just better. Deborah, the notable one I keep pulling up is Tech Super Vegito, because if you would just directly copy Tech Super Vegito's active onto Beast, it'd be a little bit different, because then it's like Beast is kind of just like chilling in slot 2, but then you would get to, you know, the end of the phase or end of the fight, and you do the active, and he draws all attacks towards him. He countered, he be guaranteed critting. Like, again, if you literally word for word copy Super Vegito's active onto this guy, I mean, he's at least, he's in the Z tier. Literally, all you do is you just replace Beast active for Super Vegito, and I think he becomes in the Z tier. Because then at that point, it's like on his active turn, it's like Deborah or Gomer or something like that, where it's like you get that turn, and well, we know we're not dying. But right now, unfortunately, I have died several times on the Beast Gohan special beam cannon turn, right, which does kind of suck. Taking that much damage from Omega proves he's not even in the top 10. It's close though. I like, if someone has Beast at like 10, 9, 8, 7, it, to me it's not like, oh my god, what a fucking shit list. It's like I could see it. Like, every character's got like a range, right? Like, if I look at someone's tier list and they have like UI Goku and Evolution Vegeta at like 5, it's like, okay, I don't need to look for anything more. Or if I look at their list and they got Goma at 10, it's like, okay, cool, I just don't need to take this serious, right? Like, all these characters have like kind of like a range you could put them in, right? You know, Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku, something like 2 to 7 or something like that, you know, something like that. Stats are locked behind attacking with 18 key, no extra stats buffs countering, receiving attack anywhere. Was this just, is that just like Dead to Right's immediate first attack? No, it's not. Yeah, damn, dude. See, this really is very disappointing. I mean, I'd imagine after we get the 58% defense right there, you know, this probably does become double digits. So this is us running him in slot 1, but like, the main reason people go, oh my god, you run him in slot 1, he can get like blown up. It's because he gets this right here when he attacks, but we can see he's doing a counter. It's still a slot 0 super, but he does have that 350% defense up. Yeah, he would need to be able to take something better than that, because this is a boss that's super in for, what is this? This is 9 million or something like that. Like, this is not like, that is not anything crazy. We got to look it up. What is this? What is this? Now, remember, if the first attack targeting him is a super, he'll get blown up because he doesn't have his defense. He gets it when he attacks, but we had that up right there. He had his defense up. Let me see. Yeah, dude, bro, come on. Like, that's with his defense up. That's just... Did we have All in the Family, though? Because, no, we're next to Piccolo, right? Yeah, I mean, damn, that's the other thing. You know, we run him with an All in the Family character. It's a huge 20% defense. But, I mean, Orange Piccolo obviously is not an All in the Family character, right? I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah, Carnival Goku. Like, a Carnival Goku slot 1, Beast slot 2. That actually sounds kind of interesting. All right, let's keep going. Defend him until the day I die. Okay. Yeah, Amatsu. Amatsu is Mr. Gohan. Geppy kind of seems like Mr. Vegeta to me. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Animations are the best in the game. Kit feels subpar, lamentable. Should have metal coolers. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, dude. Beast, Bandit, Piccolo, Tech, Orange Piccolo are good friends. This is I assume well, I was gonna say I assume you were talking about the cooler movie, STR Piccolo, who maybe could EZA, but no, that's got to be the Int Piccolo, huh? Yeah, if you've got the Int Piccolo's full support, that's gonna help a lot. Yes. Okay. So one thing about this, that AGL Ultimate Gohan. If you guys have heard me talking about him, I think he is very powerful, but this is a character who I've used throughout the months where I feel like I've really felt this. It's been very frustrating. Well, now, I mean, we can run this guy in slot 1, Tech Beast in slot 2, and guess what they do have? They've got a lot of links, including All in the Family. Boom, right? So that's a great pairing. That does work very well. EG Ultimate Gohan slot 1, and then Tech Beast in slot 2 definitely works very well. Ah, Nathan, cool. Okay, yeah, this guy's a very good player right here. Okay. Underwhelming, especially coming right after Metal Cooler is one of the he's a legendary, like, ridiculous character. Metal Cooler is. With TDC being one of the dude, as insane as it sounds, the Tech Metal Cooler army, that's probably the strongest cooler we've ever gotten, I think. People go, oh, LR Final Form cooler, and what about STR cooler from way back in the day? But I mean, I kind of think that this current metal cooler, it might be like stronger in history than like all those guys. A bit more from, yeah. I do wish he'd be a little bit better. That insane top 5 in the game level, yeah. 2026 is 55% shithouse. Yeah, okay, so a lot of characters this year, definitely I've noticed, have felt a little bit less powerful at 55% compared to previous years, right? So I've seen some talk about how the way the stat spreads are set up, and then of course God equips, we really can have incredible differing performances from the same character based upon those factors. But yep. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if Amatsu was here, Beast would have Vegito's active, and that'd be GG, right? That's exactly how that would go. He would have the Beast Gohan active, or he would have the Super Vegito active, and that boy would be top 5. Geppy does seem to favor Vegeta, yeah. Vegeta seems to be his fave. As a TV. Okay, yeah, if you're just like a Legends player, you just look at like the animations, it's like, yeah, it looks fucking sick, right? Yeah. Okay. Um, this is a serious problem. Well, okay. It's a bummer. I wish he was better. But this is nowhere near a character that would need to be buffed or anything like that. I mean, yeah, I'd love to make him, fucking top 5 level, but this is not a character that needs to be buffed or like some people will take it too far and they'll, oh my god, it's just like when Goku Black got his EZA. And it's like, no, no, that's not true. Right? It's just the thing with this guy is he's just so, here, let's get rid of some of these. It's like, as we go on recording the video, all of a sudden I spawned in 100 tabs, right? But I mean, the main problem with this guy is he's just one dimensional with just damage and nothing else. And most characters that come out are not like that, right? Yeah, it's a PvE game. Like they could have gone way overboard, Beast, gap the game, or like it's Beast and Metal Cooler and then the rest of the game after it. And all that happens is everyone is having a great time. Right. There's no problem. No, oh my god, how could they do this? Right. In Legends, if they go too far, it just creates a very hellish situation having to battle that same character over and over and over. And then they just have, potentially really toxic mechanics, keeping you from being able to play or being able to fight or something like that, right? But Dokkan's PvE. Like, who cares? Just make him like way above everything else. It just means more fun. At best, solid defensively. Here's what it is. He is good defensively on his active turn. He's good. You could definitely trust and rely on this guy on his active turn. I just wish that he was able to better protect the other units on rotation. At this, I'm skeptical. I've already lost through this. I don't know. I'm skeptical of this. This is not on par with just, Typical good old-fashioned target mechanic. Direct all attacks to the character. Alright, guys, let's keep going. Good, but got very clear flaws because they're scared of counter characters. I do think so. If we would take like the last 10 counter characters, it's like Tech UI was very good when he first came out. Obviously LR Tech Super Vegito was ridiculous, but I mean it's just the strength of that active skill. It does so much, right? But like Easy A STR Super Vegito, Easy A Physical Super Vegito, Easy A Vegito Blue, Easy A Super Easy A AGL Vegito. Is that the last one I didn't say? Regardless, all these other counter characters just not that good. Not that good. Right? So it's like I don't know. I kind of wish they didn't make him a counter character and then he probably cuz like you can just see it. You can feel it. It does feel like there's a little piece of him missing. I saw some theories that potentially they were maybe even fiddling with his kit, up until right before release. Apparently, the 4th anniversary LR Super Saiyan 4's kits were adjusted like literally right before they dropped, like a day or something like that. And they would have actually been way worse for that last minute adjustment. So it's possible. But they put these counters on. I'd just rather they never do a counter character again. Like, because it's just, they're so scared. Just let him be a dominant slot 1, have this, and have him have a team protector mechanic, man. Fuck it, dude. Like, you know how much effort went into this guy's animations? Like, fuck it. Just make him gap the game. Who cares? Lizards win again. Well, I mean, so Cooler has his first W over Gohan ever. I mean, I guess if you want to say LR Final Form Cooler was better than Physical Ultimate Gohan, I'm listening. But like all the STR cool, like Easy A STR Cooler and TUR Cooler and shit, like Tech Ultimate Gohan and them boys were shitting on them. So it's more like the Lizards get like 1 win ever, something like that. They thought this was okay. Yeah, he does need to be a little bit stronger. Okay. Now, I think it probably is going to be Cell Max, but I mean, damn, is an orange Piccolo like really intriguing? Because so like right now, again, as I've said, this is powerful, but it doesn't feel too meaningful. Does that make sense? Like, cause it's like, I felt like Orange Piccolo with that, with this guy, like it was enough for him to poke his head in. Like I probably would like Orange Piccolo over like the 7th anniversary LRs, Easy A Beerus and Whis, Super Easy A Bobbity, some shit like that. The only problem with Piccolo is he does have to get hit to build those stats up, which is brutal. But like I feel like he's a little bit better. But imagine if they dropped an Orange Piccolo who is just, slot 1 god, like top 5 level character, and then we got this guy, perfect partner, to go slot 2 with them and making that Orange Piccolo stronger, and that would like way increase this guy's value. Cell Max makes a ton of sense, so we could have a movie boss lead here, but yeah, beast. So I'm down for an Orange Piccolo rather than a Cell Max. I think it probably is going to be Cell Max. Very likely to be Cell Max. Very likely to be Cell Max. But an Orange Piccolo would be fine with me. Not as disappointed as Beast has already had a Hall of Fame mellow. I mean, that's true. Beast Gohan is, no matter what, still the strongest character ever. Let's see what else Celebration has to offer. So far, I'd say it's off to a good start. Sucks as the Dokkan Fest LR is not up to the standard. We are getting the GDC LRs incoming, yup. And maybe if LR Cell Max is crazy, it could be a W. Yep, true. Thought he'd be a lot better, just disappointed. Performance for, okay, so for Hoser, just wasn't really too good. Never been more disappointed in a character, damn. Yeah, that's true. Well, dude, this Beast is so funny because it's like, I don't, like, okay, if you give him one thing, I don't think he moves up like a spot or two. Like, he will shoot up here. Like, if you give him like some 2-turn support, you buff his active, give him a little bit more defense. Like, you do like one little thing and he explodes up. So it's like that is funny to think about. Best Beast has ever looked. Yep, 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 yep. Not going to talk about the kit. Horrible. Animations are amazing. They need to buff them. Well, fortunately, it's not going to happen. TDC don't have the best track record. Yeah, I mean, Tech Gogeta was very controversial when he dropped. In Super Saiyan 4, Goku was great up until the meta shift, where you needed to be good turn 1, and that was completely counterproductive for in Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? None have been this bad on release. That's true. But remember, some of this does have to do with the enormous quality of characters all throughout the year, which in these other years was not the case, right? Yep, disrespectful to iconic character this mid. Mid is probably a good word for him, honestly. Well, mid with explosive damage, but can't be happy about the pull anymore. I mean, he's still useful for sure. So high chance to dodge when being targeted by a super, and then an extra 30% chance to dodge when HP 70% or less. Yeah, we've seen that before. That's physical VB. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it would certainly help. No doubt about it. All right, continuing on. Weird unit. He's all right. Should be better. But can we talk about how Geppy released free-to-play Namek Goku and the standalone Beast and easing all the cooler worldwide units? Hates Namek. Let's see what GDC looks like, because when you see the animations for Carnival Frieza and GDC Namek Goku, your tune will change. The song will change coming out of your mouth for sure. After FCR Beast DZAs, he'll be the worst version. Tech Beast will be the worst version of Beast in the game. Yeah, it might be. Thank God he got fumbled over any cooler unit. Yeah, Metal Cooler is one of the strongest characters in history, and then Ize LR Final Form Cooler to me looks quite good as well, but obviously I need wait to use them in game. Monthly Dokkan Fest Cooler now gaps Tech Gohan. Oh, Beast. I was thinking about Ultimate Gohan. It's like, yeah. I mean, in terms of like peak strength, like higher than Tech Ultimate Gohan, yeah, probably, actually. But Tech Ultimate Gohan had years, literal years of greatness. I don't think Metal Cooler will last as long, obviously. Animations look great. Kid has a huge problem, though. He wants to get hit, but can't go in slot 1. Yeah. Most attacks typically are in slot 1, or at least from my experience playing, attacks are more likely to spawn in left to right, right? So it's like if he was able to go slot 1, he'd be able to get a lot more counters, be able to fulfill his purpose a lot better, which is just to do damage. So that's a bummer. Damage is also not the craziest for a pure offensive unit. This take I think is crazy. I think Beast, his damage is fine. Now, granted, I have the 35 crit build on my Beast, so every attack he does, he has a 70% chance to crit, which really emphasizes how hard he can hit. That's the thing with counter characters is, I mean, like when they're so reliant on their counter, it's like their big thing, which it is for Beast. Like you do need those crits to be able to ignore defense, do the massive damage, and move on. Crits are super, super important. Looks like he's been held back for some reason. Were they scared of Attack Vegito 2.0? Not even that. I think they're just scared of counters, period. That's it. All right, guys. I'm actually starting to get a little tired. I do want to upload this today. Maybe just get like a couple of more. I do think most of the community, the first day, most of the community seemed kind of in agreement. People have softened up on them a little bit now that they've used them a little bit more. But I mean, today again, I saw most people kind of agreeing with like that kind of like general range. I think where it's like he's 8 to kind of like 14ish. in his range. It seems like most people do agree with that. Not really seeing very many people who go like, oh, Beast is actually like top 3, which is, I think, a little crazy. Outside of his active turn, he could die to a lot of hard-hitting supers. Yeah. Active turn, I found, is pretty good, though. Doesn't have enough defense, and the support from the team won't be enough to bridge the gap. Damage, while good, not the best in the game to make up for his defense. Yeah. Damn. If he just had that target mechanic on the active, it would be all good, man. Only has one passive buff. Attacks, yeah, usually, again, are more common left to right. No attack buildup in the turn. You guys, I mean, listen. Beast gets like that 10%, that same thing. The damage he would put out would be unreal. Defense isn't that impressive post-attacking, yep. No crit for his counters, so you're forced to run a full crit build, or he can't do his one purpose. Yeah, that is correct. Because a defensive build would really help Beast. Some dodge, some defense, that would be very good for him, but like the purpose of the character is to crit. That is the purpose that this guy has. So it's like you kind of have to have a full crit build, right? The fact that he's anything less than undisputed 1 means they fumbled. Not because he's Beast, but because every new headlining major celebration unit should be 1, yeah. Yeah, let's move a little bit quicker. Still good. Name is Critter Gohan now. Literally haven't died using him. Okay. Nowhere near good enough, especially defensively. Yeah, I mean, listen, you guys might not know this, but I'm more of a defensive player. I love my defense on characters, so yeah. Core issues was such a basic hit in 2026, yep. Yeah, this is hilarious. Yeah, they tested him with the ripe fruit of the tree of might, and then it's like, oh wait, yeah, right. Like we're not gonna have that anymore. That's funny. The Demon King. That's Deborah. Yeah, I do think Deborah is better. I mean, Goma is better too, obviously, but I assume he's referring to Deborah. Obviously, Deborah is ridiculously strong, and I do think Deborah is the best character on that Beast Gohan banner. Yep. Hoping part 2 is Orange Piccolo. Yeah, if he had that type of ability for Gohan characters, we would be in business. That would be so sick. Worst main Tanabata unit ever. Yeah, okay. I mean, we're not actually gonna mention like Super Saiyan 3 Broly. It's like when we would do this talk, I'd almost want to exclude any character before 2019 to where so we're just talking about the Dokkan Fest LRs. I do remember Tech Gogeta being a little underwhelming. And yeah, in Super Saiyan 4 Goku, it says aging, of course. Yeah, Beast ain't gonna be in the team when STRB sees this. That's likely true. Yeah, I do think that AGL Gohan and Ultimate Gohan, or AGL Ultimate Gohan plus Game 1 feel a little bit better. Needed a few tweaks to be insane. Okay. Buff Beast. It would be sick, but I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, okay, well, we're still waiting for Dokkan to do something exciting to draw players in. I mean, we'll see. That's what he gets for eating up the cooler movie he says. I still think Namek GDC is something that could happen. I do. Already underrated. Yeah, okay, well, on his active turn, Beast is pretty good. Like no doubt about it. You're really able to, I think, kind of like rely upon LR Beast Gohan when you get that active turn off for sure. Is this a crit? Let me see if this is a crit. No, damn. But yeah, I mean, this he's not bad. He's just disappointing. Yeah. Yeah, he's not STR Beast Gohan, that's for sure. Hmm. Yeah, this is crazy. The memes coming out. Look at this. It's crazy. A disgrace. Yeah, they really could have put some type of build up crit in there for him as well too. Maybe them, if we wouldn't have to go full crit build in the hidden potential system, and we could give him dodge build, that would really strengthen him quite a bit because he'd be much stronger, obviously defensively. Huh. I just don't agree about that he doesn't do noteworthy damage. I just don't agree. The one area I guess that would be true, and this is something you can't control, enemy attack placements, right? Maybe could rob him of a lot of damage, but I found his damage to be incredible, one of the better in the game. Tanking isn't good out of active turn is true. Support's minimal. Yep. Dead ass. Oh yeah, Future's a big hybrid fan. Need him more in the kit. Yep. I agree right here. They overvalued the KO guard on his active. I agree. Yep. Yep. Worse than the target mechanic giant form revives. Yes. Absolutely. All right, he got the rainbow here, a little light flex. Okay. Like him at 100%. He has big dupe disparity gap, yeah. Ha yeah. Yeah, but he's just gonna be okay. Yeah, Geppy. Didn't summon him, but the friend one's pretty good. Oh, okay. There's a W right there. Just designed wonky. Yeah, the defense needs to be when getting targeted. Absolutely. Rebirth Platinum. Okay, yeah, Rebirth is a tricky plat. I mean, nowadays it's not as hard because they did kind of put in like the streamline progress features, but Rebirth definitely this was the hardest plat I ever got, but now it's not so hard. Slot 2 God, the problem is any unit can do that already. Yep. If you stop running them like you're expecting them to be the second coming of STR Beast, they'd be much more effective. A lot of times people do this thing with it, like it's like I don't know how to word it, but a character who could like sometimes go in slot 1, and people get like very mad at it, but like being slot 1 is kind of like the most valuable thing in the game, pretty much, and that's the thing. Like can he get away with it, right? I don't know if he's talking about me because it's like I feel like we're running a lot of support, right? Although it's like if he's referring to my 55% video, remember we would have stuff like All in the Family at Link level 1, right? So then it's only 50. Well, 50, still 15% defense. All right, guys. I think we can probably end it there. As we can see, it's a lot of the opinions do seem to be pretty close, right? Like it's like people are kind of thinking the exact same thing, and it's like the Dokkan community usually likes to super fight. For them to like agree so much with this, I think it shows that people are on the mark. Now, despite this though, I do not think that this Beast Gohan is like he's not even one of the worst Dokkan Fest LRs. He's not really in the discussion too much. Goku Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Perfect Cell, all way worse than him, right? So, all right. I think we'll end here. Let me know what you guys think about Beast Gohan. We'll try and get a lot more footage of him going as we move forward, right? And see how effective he is. But Little bit of kind of like a, bummer that this Beast is not super crazy. Hopefully they can rebound with a strong Carnival banner and kind of like the part 2, right? Either Orange Piccolo or Cell Max. I think it'll be Cell Max, but I would not be upset about a crazy Orange Piccolo either. Not at all.